They were of the sad horde of the ignored, born exiled in the poorly painted city of Detroit, mopping through one big problem after another. Peter sighed. He stretched like someone who had been driving for 2 days straight. Then he did a few Tai Chi moves. Peter made it a point to keep his mind right. For the Mop Swinger, keeping the mind right was the difference between survival and lunacy. It's possible I could push it until next week, he said. So I went to see Tommy, but Tommy got hired by this Nike commercial. So then Jeff gets let go, but I already hired Tommy, so he filled his schedule. So now it's all down the tubes, and Langston bought his airplane ticket already, and there's no project to work on. I'm stretched like Bruce Lee before he fought Chuck Norris in the Coliseum. A bunch of random twists of fate got us this time, he said. Peter lifted a bag of mops from the trunk. The bag got caught on a screw and ripped open. The mops fell all over the parking lot. At that same moment, some old bullies from Peter's high school days happened to be driving by, recognized him, and laughed a great deal. But if anyone knew what goes around comes around, it was a Mop Swinger. After all this work, I thought somebody up there was watching out for me. You hefted a container of cleaning poison over each shoulder. Life isn't always a Paul Newman movie, more like the end of The Treasure of Sierra Madre. There was not a flowery cocktail party, a dining hall, or evening affair in their lives unless they were the ones cleaning it after the guests were supposed to go home many hours ago, causing them to lose most of what little time they had to do the work that really mattered to them. Above this daily circus they performed. When they overheard discussions of peace of mind, they found the concept incomprehensible. When not pushing the movie dream-shaped boulder up the great hill like Sisyphus, they withered on the vine. Inside the haunted bridal shop, on the third floor of the car dealership, the brothers had to clean once a week, and only very late at night. Peter uncomfortably pushed his garbage can on wheels into the women's bathroom. He reeled backward. Judas Priest! Peter tried to only breathe out of his mouth. The smells were shockingly bad in there. No one prepares a man for the smell of a women's bathroom. Most men never have to know what that's like. Not that the men's bathroom is any picnic. But a fiendish demon inhabited the women's bathroom, which only compounded the misery. It took great pleasure in the custodian's suffering. It lurked behind the toilet, enhancing the already terrible odors. Peter tried not to look as he emptied the garbage cans. Then he had to do the bad thing. He had to empty the garbage cans on the side walls of the stalls, which contained the used tampons and their wrappers. Peter wished for them to be empty. He was left wanting. He used 2 garbage bags on his hands for extra protection, closed his eyes, grabbed a handful of used tampons, put them in his big garbage can on wheels, and covered them up with things like business papers. He got out of there in a hurry and tried to block the whole thing out of his memory. But someday he would have to face what he had done. Storm clouds hovered. Conspiracies of goops pooled together in the grooves between the floor tiles. Peter worked to remove them. His brother was off doing the rest of the work. The events of the past week and the many weeks before that played in the brothers' minds. They were not good weeks. You carried a garbage bag filled with disgusting things, and it leaked before you could get it out of the office. Outside, in the despairingly cold winds, Peter and you hauled a back-breaking amount of cleaning equipment across the long parking lot back to the van at the end of another graveyard shift.